In our village, the drum only beats for two reasons: when there is a wedding or when someone dies. But in Nnaji's compound, the drum beat three times for danger and one last time for justice. And join the story. Don't forget to hit subscribe so you never miss the next one. Ezinne was a young woman everyone admired. She was gentle, respectful, and a smile could light up a whole room. When she married Nnaji, the whole village celebrated. Nnaji was tall, strong, and spoke boldly in public. On their wedding day, he held her hand and said for everyone to hear, "Ezinne, I will protect you. You will never cry in my house." The women ululated. The men clapped. Ezinne's mother beamed with pride. But life is not a wedding dance. Joy can fade. And in Ezinne's case, it faded quickly. At first, Nnaji's anger was small. A frown here, a complaint there. "Why is the soup cold? Why didn't you iron my wrapper? You're becoming lazy." Ezinne thought maybe he was just tired from work. She tried harder, waking earlier, cooking better, cleaning more. But instead of getting better, things got worse. One night, after serving him yam porridge, he stared at it and frowned. "This porridge is too watery. Do you want me to drown?" She said nothing. He banged the plate on the floor. The yams scattered. "Clean this mess," he barked. Ezinne bent down quietly, fighting tears. Every 4 days, Ezinne went to the market. Nnaji gave her very little money, always saying, "This is enough." But it was never enough. She would walk under the hot sun, bargaining hard for the cheapest vegetables and fish. One day, she came back sweaty and tired, carrying a small basket of vegetables and one small fish. Nnaji took one look and laughed mockingly. "You walked all day to bring this nonsense." "I tried my best," she said. "Your best is useless," he snapped. "Next time, come back with real food or don't bother coming home." The women at the stream noticed she was changing. She looks thinner. Her eyes are always red. I hear shouting from their house at night. Only Mama Ngozi, the oldest woman in the village, dared to speak to her directly. "My daughter, how long will you stay in this storm?" Ezinne sighed. "I have nowhere else to go. My father's house is far. My brothers will not take me back." Mama Ngozi looked at her for a long time. "The day will come when you will have to choose between pain and freedom. Choose freedom." One evening, Ezinne made vegetable soup. There was no meat, only dried fish. When Nnaji saw it, his face darkened. "Are you feeding me leaves like a goat?" "It's what we could afford," she replied. Before she could say more, he kicked the bowl. Hot soup spilled on her legs. Then his hand slapped her cheek. "Talk back to me again, and you will regret it." Ezinne stayed silent, though her heart was pounding. From then on, she lived in fear. If Nnaji came home smiling, she relaxed. If he came home frowning, she knew trouble was coming. Some nights, he would force her to fetch water in the dark. "If the moonlight is not enough for you, use your tears to see the road," he would say. It was a Sunday. Nnaji had been drinking palm wine with friends. When he came home, his steps were heavy, his eyes red. "Ezinne!" he shouted. She came out from the backyard, her hands wet from washing cassava. "Where is my food?" "I just finished pounding. Let me—" Before she could finish, he shoved her. She fell against the mud wall. Her head hit the corner. Blood started dripping. Neighbors heard her scream. And then they heard something else. Boom! 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 The big drum in Nnaji's compound was beating. In our village, if a drum beats 3 times outside a festival, it means danger. Men, women, and children ran to the compound. Ezinne lay on the ground, bleeding. Mama Ngozi knelt beside her. She's alive, she said, but this has gone too far. The village chief stepped forward. Nnaji, you have brought shame to your name. From today, Ezinne will not live under your roof. Touch her again, and you will answer to the whole village. The Nnaji tried to speak, but the chief's staff struck the ground. Enough! Ezinne went to live with Mama Ngozi. She helped on the farm, sold herbs, and slowly began to laugh again, though her laugh was small. Mama Ngozi told her, safety is not the same as healing. Healing takes time. Nnaji told his friends, they are trying to make me look weak. I will bring her back. But the chief's warning kept him from acting for a while. When he finally came to Mama Ngozi's house in the rain to take Ezinne back, she stood in the doorway and said, I am not going back, Nnaji. You have no choice, he growled. Mama Ngozi lifted her walking stick. Leave, or I will call the chief. Nnaji left, but his eyes were full of hate. After that, strange things happened. Her farm tools went missing, her water pot cracked, and dead rats appeared at the doorstep. Mama Ngozi knew it was Nnaji. You will not bend, she told Ezinne. Stand strong. The village chief called the Nnaji to face the elders under the big Iroko tree. Nnaji, the chief said, leave Ezinne alone. She is my wife, Nnaji shouted. If you touch her again, we will banish you, the chief warned. Life calmed. Ezinne's farm grew. In the market, a man named Chike often helped her carry heavy baskets. He was gentle and patient. I just want to be your friend, he told her. Friend is fine, she said. Months later, the drum in Nnaji's compound beat again. Boom, boom, boom. It wasn't for Ezinne. Nnaji had been found badly beaten after a fight at the palm wine joint. Some called it a curse. Others called it justice. Ezinne only said, the storm has passed. 2 years later, Ezinne walked with her head high. She had her own stall in the market. Mama Ngozi said, the sun has come out again after the rain. Chike asked her, I want you to be my wife, but if you say no, I'll still be your friend. Ezinne smiled. Yes, Chike, I will marry you. The wedding drumbeat was loud and full of laughter. This time it was for joy. The women sang, the men clapped, and Mama Ngozi smiled proudly. Nnaji stayed in his compound, alone. His new woman had left. His farm failed. His friends avoided him. One rainy night, the drum in his compound beat one last time for his funeral. When a neighbor told Ezinne, she said, may his soul find peace, and continued stirring her soup. Ezinne and Chike had 2 children. She taught them and other young girls, marriage should be a home, not a cage. If it becomes a cage, find the key and leave. And the village saying changed forever. When the drum beats for joy after beating for trouble, the person has truly won.